Welcome to Mehetabel Counseling Services YouTube channel. My name is Faith Gushu, a counseling psychologist. During this period, we are experiencing a lot of violence. We are experiencing a lot of conflict. On the road, you will feel irritated. In the matatu, you will feel wronged. At the workplaces, at home, everywhere, you're feeling provoked by either one or two people. So, and that brings about where, at the heat of anger, what do? There are those of us whose energy block, or at the heat of anger, they want to fight. There are those ones whose energy block, at the heat of anger, they rant out. They can talk. There are those ones who would want to, there are those ones who walk away, but they use their feet. There are those ones who, they find themselves crying. I would want us to talk about these two people, the ones whose energy block is in the hands and the ones whose energy block is in the mouth. This person who gets annoyed and starts talking, ranting out, because one, the words will not be pretty, their communication will not be pretty, because they would want to communicate in a way they hurt the other person. Maybe they want to relay an information, but because of their anger, they tend to sometimes talk things that are hurting to the other person. When this other person, if his first instance, when he gets annoyed, he uses his hands, he gets provoked by this other person whose energy block is in the mouth. And the first thing he will do without control is to hit back. And that's why you are seeing violence at home. And we are not here to advocate about violence. We are here to ensure, to help you understand why some of the things are happening at homes, at workplaces, on the road, in the matatus. If you are there, and when you get angry, you use your mouth, you need to be sensitive so that you don't hurt the other person to a point where he would want to react or hit you back because you have provoked their emotions. So the person who talks will always provoke the person who uses the hands when they are annoyed. So, and if you do that, if they are not in control, they will hit you so bad, or they will pick something and hit you. So for you, whose energy block is in the mouth, how is it possible for you to control yourself so that you do not hurt the other party? And sometimes if you're using your mouth, at the heat of anger, we still sometimes talk even about things our friends shared with us in secrecy so that we can hurt them more. So is it possible to, if you have to, argue to a point where you can have an agreement? I mean, it is true, logically arguing, or rather communicating from an I perspective. You have hurt me by doing this. Then the other person is able to answer, I did this because of yada, yada, yada. But because of, if we use our mouth irrationally, the other person will use their hands, will react by using their hands and hitting us in places, maybe in hitting us dangerously. So is it possible to ask yourself, at the heat of anger, what do I do? And how do I control what I do at that point of anger without control? Thank you so much for listening. That is all for today. Kindly share, like, and comment.